Hi folks, Rod from the UK MS Register here. Just want to give you an update on our coronavirus surveys over the last couple of weeks. As we said in the last report, on our initial analysis, it appears that people with MS are not at any more risk than the general population of catching or becoming seriously ill with coronavirus, looking at the data as we see it. Looking at the population who've responded to the survey compared to the overall UK population, the proportions of people are about right based on the nations that they're responding from. So we can see that 7.8% of Scotland has responded compared to 8.4% of the entire population of the United Kingdom, 3.2% of Northern Ireland compared to 2.8%, slightly overrepresented. 6.5% is Wales, slightly overrepresented again compared to the overall population, and 78.7% of England, with 3.8% of participants not stating where they're responding from. When we look at responses to the three surveys that we now have live, we can see, compared to 2 weeks ago, 4,601 people have responded to the initial or the baseline survey, up from 4,169. In the confirmed suspected survey, we now have 250 responses, up from 195 2 weeks ago. And in the group of people that don't think they have COVID, it's 2,607 responses, up from 2,185 2 weeks ago. From our baseline survey, people have declared that they have coronavirus. We have 1.4% of the population of respondents who think that they do, and 98.6% of the population who think that they don't. When looking at people that think they have or had coronavirus, we can see how it's changed over the weeks. So it was increasing 4, 5, 6, up to 7% 2 weeks ago. It's currently down a little bit at 6.7% of the people responding to the initial questionnaire that think they have or had coronavirus. When looking at who's responding to these questionnaires, you can see the MS types along the bottom here and the count of people that are doing them on the left-hand side. This is a fairly normal representation of who answers questionnaires on the MS Register anyway. Most people declaring they've relapsed and remitting MS, then secondary progressive MS, then primary progressive MS with a gender balance between that, and then other types of MS here. Looking at what professionals are being sought for information about coronavirus and their MS, we can see from my GP contacted me down to I contacted my MS nurse on the left-hand side and responses along the bottom. I contacted my MS nurse is by far the highest responded category, with my MS nurse contacted me also very high. Just giving a little overview of who people are turning to for information. How much the coronavirus pandemic has affected the mood of everybody in the United Kingdom. We know how challenging it is. So we're going to introduce a new set of questionnaires in the next couple of weeks that will focus on everybody's mood and general well-being, so we can see how well everybody's doing in such challenging times. So we hope you're interested to see those and to respond. We like to show that we listen here on the MS Register as well. So people have been getting in touch with us via email and via social media to know if we're addressing some specific areas. Around occupation, we've already released one questionnaire in collaboration with the MS Society looking at occupation and income. We will follow this up in the future with some more specific questions, but for the moment that is there, and we'll report back on that when we can. If we could ask people who are having relapses that may have been brought on by coronavirus or the stress related to it or any other issues, please make sure you've updated your relapse information. And specifically, we've had questions about vitamin D and how this may affect coronavirus. And we're looking at working with researchers who've asked surveys in the register before, Dr. Ruth Dobson and colleagues, who've done assaying of vitamin D levels in the population. And we'll look at how we can link that data with the coronavirus surveys and see if we can actually get some tangible answers around that. One more slide with data on. We are coming to the end now. We thought you might be interested to know the symptoms that the people with confirmed coronavirus are experiencing. The grey ones are people who have answered yes, and the red ones are people that have answered no. So you can see, for example, that cough is by far the highest reported symptom in people who have confirmed coronavirus, followed by fever, followed by headache, just for your interest. For people on DMTs or not on DMTs, here's a little more information about that. We now have 2,781 people who are not on disease-modifying therapies or DMTs. For people on disease-modifying therapies that haven't changed their behaviour, there's 1,590 people there, and a very small proportion, 122 people, who are on DMTs have changed their behaviour as a consequence of coronavirus. Just want to say thank you once again to everybody who has given their valuable time and their data to these coronavirus surveys, and hopefully we'll keep answering in the future. The data is extremely valuable, and we hope you're finding some of our findings reassuring as well. So far then, as of today, we have 4,601 responses to our initial survey. 253 of these people have confirmed coronavirus, 11 by test and 242 by healthcare professional, and only 8 people admitted to hospital in the survey so far. And that's it. Thanks once again. I hope you found some of this interesting. Please do leave comments below on YouTube if where you're watching this, if you would like to know anything in particular, or get in touch with us at contact@ukmsregister.org. Or as always, you can sign into ukmsregister.org and fill in any surveys that are available. Thanks once again. Stay safe.